Hi guys, Darth Deuces here, back on our Star Wars The Vintage Collection action figure review. Today taking a look at the newer released Luke Skywalker Imperial Light Cruiser as he appeared at the end of Season 2 of The Mandalorian. Yeah, cool figure I've been looking forward to picking up. Of course, we've gotten tons of Luke Skywalkers before, but definitely was interested in getting this one. Very big fan of that scene from The Mandalorian. I'm sure many people are. And I am curious to see how this figure will stack up with some other similar Return of the Jedi style Lukes that we've gotten in the past few years or so. But here he is in the packaging on that Vintage Collection card back. You get the Mandalorian title there. Figure, pretty nice image of Luke from the episode with all the smoke and stuff on the light cruiser there, which is pretty cool. And then on the back, other figures that are available in the line. I have reviewed most of these. I think the only ones I haven't reviewed is the Clotunian Raider and Vel Sartha. All the others I have reviews on my channels, so if you want to take a look at those, feel free. But that's pretty much it for the packaging, so get this guy opened up and take a closer look. Now I got the figure out of the packaging, and it's a very good Luke Skywalker figure. I would even dare say it's probably one of the best that we've gotten in the 3 1/4 inch line so far. That being said, I do have some issues with it. It looks like it has a little bit of reuse, and that little bit of reuse does make it a bit more aged than I feel like it should be, I suppose. But overall, I think it's pretty great. So right off the bat, you can see he does have a soft goods cloak, and it's actually done really well. Soft goods can be pretty tough to execute at this scale. But I think they actually got the soft goods robe better on this figure than they did on the Black Series. The Black Series also has a new Mandalorian Season 2 Luke Skywalker that they just released. I will do a comparison later. And that one's soft goods robe is okay, but it's quite big and billowy. This one fits the figure really nicely. It drapes over the figure's shoulders really well. It's not oversized. It looks really good. The material is a nice quality. The hood's not oversized and goofy looking. It actually looks pretty much like it did in the show for the most part. It goes over his head real nicely. And you can pull it back a little bit if you want to see more of his face, and it still looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. That's really great. Speaking of the head sculpt, moving the hood looks pretty good. I cannot tell. I'm not sure if it's a new sculpt or not, if I'm being completely honest with you. It might be a reuse of the Return of the Jedi Vintage Collection Luke Skywalker from a couple of years ago. I can't remember, but the paint and print is definitely new, and I think it looks quite good. I think this is one of the best Hamill likenesses we've gotten in the 3 3/4 inch line so far. I think it looks quite good. I'm pretty happy with that. I believe the torso is reuse from the Vintage Collection Return of the Jedi Luke, which is fine. But does have some articulation hindrances because of that. I think the arms are new. I could be wrong, but I think the arms are new. This lower plastic piece for the lower tunic and the belt, I believe, is new. And I believe the legs are new as well. And there's not a whole lot to talk about. It's black with a bit of glossy black for the boots. He's got his glove on his right hand, and he's got just the normal flesh-colored hand on the left. But it looks good. A nice silver painted buckle. Not too much else to talk about. It's well done. I believe you can remove the robe. Yeah, just pop his head off. You can remove the robe. I'll just do that just so we can get a better look at the figure. Yeah, looks good. In terms of articulation, he's just a standard ball joint at the neck, which is a telltale that the torso is reuse because they didn't have the dumbbell joints back when they used this torso. Hinges at the elbows move really well. Single hinges, or shoulders rather, single hinges at the elbows. I think I got that wrong. Yeah, there we go. That bends a little past 90, which is good. Swivel at the wrist was up and down hinge at both wrists, which is good for lightsaber poses. Only a swivel at the waist because it's an older torso, and I don't know if it's on just mine or on every copy. Mine's quite loose. This swivel's quite loose. I don't like that too much. That's a bit unfortunate. You have soft goods at the lower hips, which is good for the ball hinge hips. Again, another small complaint. He's using the old style hinges. I think these legs, I could be wrong, I think these legs are brand new. Like, they're definitely not reused from the previous Return of the Jedi Luke's from the Vintage Collection. And if the legs are new, I don't really get why they didn't give him the new ball jointed hips. These are definitely better than swivels, but I do not like these hip joints very much. Yeah, we got the new ball jointed hips that they've been using for a while. Why not use them? A swivel cuts at the thighs, single hinge at the knees that go a bit past 90, move quite well, and then hinges at the ankles as well as rockers. So we do have that bit. We do still have the rockers, which is nice. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't do the ball hinge hips. And honestly, I don't even know why they didn't bother giving them a new torso piece. Mainly because maybe mold degradation is why this swivel is so loose. But that's kind of annoying. But still well articulated. You can definitely get him in a lot of great poses. So not a huge deal at the end of the day. In terms of accessories, you did see he has the soft goods robe you can remove if he wants to stand. Of course, he has to come with his lightsaber. I believe this is a new mold, but I could be wrong. But it's painted really nicely with silver, gold, and black. The green is a decent color, kind of a pale green. It would have liked maybe a slightly stronger color green, but it still looks good. You can slot that in his hand there. And that looks pretty good, works well. He also comes with the Unlit Hilt for his lightsaber. Again, painted and sculpted really nicely. And that can be plugged onto a hole on the belt. Or it should be. Yeah, there we go. That plugs on pretty securely, which is good. And then for some reason, he also comes with the blaster pistol that he had at Jabba's palace. I have no idea why he comes with this, because he definitely did not use this in the season 2 of The Mandalorian. The only thing I can think of why they include this with him is I feel like they reused the bubble on the card from the previous Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker figure, and maybe it was just cheaper to reuse the bubble from that packaging and then just give you the extra pistol. So you get an extra pistol. I think. No, I don't really know why you'd want to use it for this figure, but he does have a trigger finger on the left hand, or right hand, sorry. So if you want him to use the pistol, you can do that. And it is painted and sculpted pretty nicely, to be fair. So that's cool you get it, I guess. I just don't really get why they included it. So yeah, I guess next quickly is some comparisons. Here he is with the Black Series light cruiser Luke Skywalker, and you can just kind of see the soft difference of the soft goods robe there. It's not bad on this figure by any means, but this one's definitely not as good. It's a lot larger, a lot more billowy, and the hood doesn't look nearly as good. But popping the robe off, I will say, overall, I do like the Black Series one better. The Black Series one, I believe, is 100% new mold. It's got all the new articulation. It's completely pinless. It has some better, finer sculpted details, if I'm being completely honest. Some more paint details than the 3 1/4 inch one has. Sometimes 3 1/4 inch beats out Black Series, but in this case, I do think the Black Series one is a lot better. Really, it's just the soft goods robe could have been a little better. But there's that. Then with a couple other Vintage Collection releases that are similar, here is the old lightsaber construction Luke Skywalker. And then here is the Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker with that brown robe, which is made very similar to the new black robe. But yeah, you can kind of see the differences there. All really good figures. Get a closer look on these ones. I definitely like the hair on this one way more than the bright blonde of this one. And yeah, I just think the print of this one's a lot more accurate. They might be the same sculpt, but the print is definitely updated. But overall, I think this is a pretty good release. I definitely think it's one of the best Return of the Jedi style Luke Skywalkers you can get at the scale. So if you're looking for a Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker, or you specifically want that light cruiser Luke Skywalker look, then I would definitely highly recommend picking this one up. If you kind of collect Black Series or 3 3/4 inch, I would go Black Series over 3 3/4 inch if you're only going to get one. But me, of course, I got both. But yeah, it's a great Luke. If it's something that interests you, I definitely recommend picking it up. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you all next one. May the Force be with you.